Speculation starting to increase about the future of Arne Slot as Liverpool manager. This comes after 6 defeats in 7 Premier League matches. Now, he had credit in the bank following his Premier League victory last season with Liverpool. However, things do change very quickly in football. And there, as I say, are questions starting to be raised about whether he is the right man to lead Liverpool forward. There have been fans on both sides of the argument whether he should have more time or whether it's now that he needs to be replaced. And the thought process needs to be going into who comes in to carry up Liverpool's kind of mount towards the end of the season, particularly with still the FA Cup and Champions League in the balance. The Premier League seems to be over. Now, the favourite, according to the bookies, is a return of Jurgen Klopp. Not much more needs to be said about this candidate and why fans might want him. He's obviously a Liverpool legend. He helped them lift the Champions League and their first Premier League title. Not obviously their first Division in England title, but their first Premier League title. And he's obviously a fan favourite very easily. He's only replaced by Arne Slot less than 2 seasons ago. And the Dutchman seem to be doing a good job in replacement of the German, at least last season. However, wheels have come off the car at this minute. The Liverpool fans might want him back. He is the favourite. But there is another man who's quite high up in the favourites list from those who suspect would replace Slot, and that is Andoni Iraola, the current manager of Bournemouth. And he would be a fantastic replacement in terms of what he's done with that South Coast club. He's got them challenging the big teams. He's got them pushing towards European places. And he is playing some attractive attacking football. So Liverpool fans pride themselves in watching and seeing their team play. Another candidate linked to the job who is feared for a lot of jobs at this minute in time just because of the work he's doing with Crystal Palace is Oliver Glasner. He would be a fine choice in terms of fixing that Liverpool defence in particular at the minute. Following that, it would be interesting to see how his career would go with the Merseyside club. Now, there are some unlikely candidates also linked to the role beyond those 3, which is an easy one to see which won't happen because of his undeserving nature for the role as a manager, is Steven Gerrard. While he might be a Liverpool legend as a player, his managerial career is patchy at best. He's won 1 league with Rangers, and then his role at Aston Villa was not that great, and his work with Al Ettifaq, again, left a lot to be desired. He did reject to move back to Rangers, maybe seeing the project as too tough to fix at this current time, as he is looking for other projects. I don't think he should be given a Liverpool job. That's just my honest opinion. I don't think he's done enough to prove himself as a manager to manage his club of that magnitude. And then finally, the last manager, which would seem more off kilter, would be Mauricio Pochettino. Now, he does have a role leading into the next World Cup for the USA, and he would be crazy to leave that with the USA hosting it, being able to put them on a pedestal and demonstrate just how much work he's done with them and show to the world just how fine a manager he can be. He has proven himself in the Premier League with Spurs, and he started to show signs of improving Chelsea at the end of his tenure there. Would he get the role? Probably not, considering he's been a national team manager. But with his history and with Liverpool previously being linked to him, there would not be a seismic shock if he was given the role. Anyway, Slot's next game is against PSV in the Champions League. All eyes will be on him to see if he can find an improvement. Many don't think it will be that tough, but PSV have shown themselves to be quite an opponent this year in the European competition. So, what do you think? Do you think Slot should be given more time? Do you think he should be replaced? And if you think he should be replaced, who should replace him? I've been Brendan McGilligan. Thank you very much for listening, and look forward to seeing your comments and what you think.